Hello VODs channel, what is up? I have another sit down talking video for you lot today. You've read the title, and if you don't know, let me get you up to speed. So for about the last year, I've been training for a charity boxing match. This boxing match was called Creator Clash, and I've been working on that for the longest time ever, just in the background, you know, punching, doing my thing. You know, I might be built like a stick insect, but I was doing my best. And then it gets more interesting, okay? It gets more interesting because the person I was supposed to fight on the boxing match, Dean Withers, he then drops out of the match, okay? And then I don't have an opponent. And then enter Sapnap, okay? Who joins the card, and then we're matched up against each other. We were supposed to box at 147 pounds, me being 5'6", him being 5'7". This is where the community kind of goes crazy. They're like, what is this matchup? The drama. Oh my gosh. This is generational. There's so much drama, there's so much beef, and then they go absolutely bonkers. They start going absolutely crazy. They're gassing up the fight. They're like, yeah, he's gonna kick his ass, yeah, woo! This fight was supposed to happen last month on the 28th. However, as you can tell, it clearly didn't happen. To begin with, this fight got pushed back to October 28th, which sucked, by the way. And it just meant 4 more months of training and effort for this. And I was like, okay, we'll do 4 more months of training and effort because eventually there'll be the payoff of the fight. But then, yesterday, news broke that Creator Clash, which is the charity event I was playing in, has been cancelled. Everyone who bought tickets has been refunded. Thank you for the fighters for their hard work. Okay, this sucks. This blows. My immediate reaction was like, well, shit. Honestly, because, like, I just spent, like, the last year training for this fight, and that really, really, really sucked. I don't really have much more to say. And, yeah, I wanted to basically just be, like, sorry to the community, because I know that you guys were also very hyped to watch me fight in the boxing match, and I've done a lot of work with it, and I wasn't able to stream as much because of the amount of training I was doing, but it's cancelled. It's cancelled, and if you missed the chapter and didn't hear about the boxing match, then I guess this is new information to you. Yeah, me and Sapnap were going to fight to the death for charity. 2 go into the ring, only 1 leave style. But yeah, it got cancelled. Creator Clash probably isn't going to be a thing anymore, which sucks, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do? It's out of our hands. It's out of our hands. However, the community was still very invested in whether or not me and Sapnap would fight because they want the drama, man. They're drama frogs, man. They want to know, like, do you hate each other? Do you want him dead? Do you want to kill each other? Do you really hate each other? Is there malice in these fists that you're throwing? No, there was never malice, but the community is still very invested in this fight, and that's when, okay, let me paint a picture for you. It's like midnight. I got home yesterday. I just finished playing badminton with my dad. And we get in. I'm relaxing. It's late. And then I check the Twitter. I'm like, Creator Clash is cancelled. And then all my community were like, no. Everyone was screaming out. They're like, no, we don't get the drama. They're not going to fight. So I made this tweet, which I might regret. I said 100,000 likes on this tweet, and I'll host a boxing event myself. For those of you that don't know, I've been running quite a few events as of recently, and I do have connections to some existing boxing venues and some people that know boxing judges and stuff. I said if this tweet somehow in a miracle gets 100,000 likes, I'll bankroll the event myself and I'll host the event myself. If you really want to watch me and Sapnap fight that badly, get this tweet to 100,000 likes, and I'll put on the event myself, I'll book a venue, and I'll stream it live on my Twitch. But, yeah, that's the end of this story. A year of boxing training for nothing. I got beaten up so many times, and I couldn't tell anything because I couldn't give the ops any information about the training regiment. I got beaten up so many times. I think my nose was maybe broken a few times. All of my white shirts I wore to the gym are like covered in blood. I had to get black boxing gloves because of how bad the staining was getting from the blood. They went brown. The white gloves went brown. But boxing is done. It's done. It's done. GG Sapnap. I guess we're never gonna fight. Unless that tweet gets 100,000 likes, then I'll knock your fucking lights out. All right. Later, boss. See you later. Bye, VODs channel. That's all from me today. Bye now. Bye.